YouTube, a digital frontier. A vast and untamed landscape where anyone with a camera and an internet connection can become a storyteller, an artist, a global sensation. It's a place where creativity flourishes, ideas are shared, and communities are forged around shared passions. From cat videos to educational lectures, from music videos to vlogs, the variety of content on YouTube is as diverse as the people who create it. But this freedom of expression comes with a responsibility. The responsibility to understand and respect the intellectual property rights of others. This digital gold rush has attracted millions of creators, each vying for views, subscribers, and a piece of the proverbial pie. The lines between inspiration and imitation can become blurred. The pressure to create engaging content can sometimes lead creators down a slippery slope where they might unknowingly infringe on the rights of others. This is where understanding copyright becomes not just important, but essential. Imagine pouring your heart and soul into a video. You spend hours filming, editing, and perfecting your creation. You upload it to YouTube, excited to share it with the world, and then your video gets taken down. You receive a copyright strike. Your channel is at risk. This, unfortunately, is a reality for many creators who don't fully understand copyright law. Copyright is a legal protection granted to the creators of original works, including videos, music, and images. It gives them exclusive rights to control how their work is used, copied, and distributed. On YouTube, this means that you cannot simply use someone else's content without their permission. Using copyrighted material without proper authorization can have serious consequences, both for your YouTube channel and potentially legally. The consequences of copyright infringement on YouTube can be severe. At the very least, your video might be muted, blocked, or removed entirely. Repeated violations can lead to copyright strikes against your channel. 3 strikes and you're out. Your account will be permanently shut down, along with all your videos and hard work. But it's not just about your YouTube channel. In some cases, copyright holders can even sue for damages, leading to hefty fines and legal battles. It's not a risk worth taking, especially when there are clear guidelines and resources available to help you navigate the world of copyright on YouTube. Navigating the world of copyright on YouTube might seem daunting, but it doesn't have to be. This essay will serve as your guide, debunking common myths, explaining the intricacies of fair use, and introducing you to the world of Creative Commons, a treasure trove of content you can use legally and ethically. By the end, you'll have the knowledge and confidence to create engaging content while respecting the rights of your fellow creators. We'll delve into the common misconceptions that often trip up creators, shedding light on the truth behind these copyright myths. Understanding these misconceptions is the first step towards responsible content creation on YouTube. The Mythbusters, dispelling copyright misconceptions. The digital age has ushered in an era of unprecedented access to information and content. While this openness fosters creativity and collaboration, it also breeds misconceptions, particularly regarding copyright law. Many myths surrounding copyright on YouTube stem from a lack of understanding of how these laws apply in the digital realm. These misconceptions often lead creators to unknowingly infringe upon the rights of others, putting their channels at risk. Let's debunk some of the most prevalent copyright myths that circulate in the YouTube community, clarifying the truth behind these common misconceptions. Understanding these myths and their inaccuracies is crucial for navigating the complexities of copyright on YouTube responsibly. The "it's on the internet, so it's free" fallacy. One of the most pervasive copyright myths is the belief that anything found online is free to use. This misconception likely stems from the open nature of the internet, where sharing is encouraged and information flows freely. However, just because something is readily available online doesn't mean it's free from copyright protection. The moment a creator brings their work into existence, whether it's a song, a video, or a piece of written content, they automatically own the copyright to that work. Uploading it to the internet doesn't relinquish their ownership or grant others automatic permission to use it. In fact, most content you encounter online is protected by copyright, even if it doesn't explicitly state so. Giving credit doesn't always equal permission. Another common misconception is that simply giving credit to the original creator is enough to avoid copyright infringement. While acknowledging the source of the material is always good practice, it doesn't automatically grant you the legal right to use it. Copyright law is clear. You need explicit permission from the copyright holder to use their work, even if you credit them. Think of it like borrowing a car. You wouldn't simply leave a note on your friend's car saying you're borrowing it for the day and expect that to be okay. You'd ask for permission first. The same principle applies to using copyrighted material. The 10-second rule is a persistent myth that suggests using 10 seconds or less of copyrighted material is acceptable and falls under fair use. Unfortunately, this rule is entirely fictional and holds no legal basis. There is no magical time limit that automatically exempts you from copyright infringement. Fair use is a complex doctrine that we'll delve into deeper later on. However, it's essential to understand that using even a small snippet of copyrighted material without permission can still constitute infringement. The length of the use is just one factor considered when determining fair use, and it's not always the deciding factor. Many creators believe that significantly transforming or modifying copyrighted material makes it their own original work, thereby avoiding copyright issues. While transforming existing work can sometimes lead to new and original creations, it's not always a guaranteed free pass. Copyright law recognizes derivative works, which are creations based on pre-existing works. However, even if you significantly transform a copyrighted work, you may still need permission from the original copyright holder to use it, especially if your creation is commercially exploiting the original work or impacting its potential market. Having debunked common copyright myths, let's dive into the often misunderstood concept of fair use. Fair use is a legal doctrine that allows limited use of copyrighted material without permission from the copyright holder for specific purposes. It's a balancing act designed to protect the rights of creators while also fostering creativity and free speech. Fair use recognizes that there are situations where using copyrighted material without permission is beneficial to society. For example, it allows for criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. However, fair use is not a blanket license to use any copyrighted material in any way you please. It's a nuanced doctrine, and its application depends on the specific circumstances of each case. ###2. Purpose and character of your use. One of the most critical factors in determining fair use is the purpose and character of your use. Courts will consider whether your use is for commercial or non-commercial purposes. Non-commercial uses, such as education or personal use, are generally more likely to be considered fair use. Additionally, courts will look at whether your use is transformative. A transformative use adds new meaning or message to the original work, going beyond simply copying or reposting it. For example, using a clip from a movie in a documentary to analyze its cinematography, or using a news photo in a blog post to report on a current event, are considered transformative uses. The nature of the copyrighted work itself also plays a role in determining fair use. Using a small portion of a factual work, like a news report or a biography, is more likely to be considered fair use than using a portion of a highly creative work, like a song or a movie. This is because copyright law affords greater protection to creative works, recognizing the effort and originality involved in their creation. Using even a small, significant portion of a creative work can potentially infringe on the creator's rights if it undermines their ability to exploit their work commercially. The amount and substantiality of the copyrighted work you use is another crucial factor in the fair use analysis. While there are no hard and fast rules about how much of a copyrighted work you can use, using a smaller portion is generally more likely to be considered fair use. However, even using a small amount of a copyrighted work can be considered infringement if that portion is the heart of the work, the most memorable or significant part. For example, using a few seconds of a song's chorus, even if it's just a small portion of the entire song, could be considered infringement because it's the most recognizable and commercially valuable part of the work. The final factor in the fair use analysis is the effect your use has on the potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. Courts will consider whether your use could harm the copyright holder's ability to profit from their work. If your use serves as a substitute for the original work or makes it less likely that people will purchase the original, it's less likely to be considered fair use. For example, uploading an entire movie to YouTube for free viewing would likely harm the movie studio's ability to sell or rent that movie. This kind of use would not be considered fair use. However, using a short clip from a movie in a review or critique is unlikely to have a significant impact on the movie's market. Let's look at some practical examples to illustrate how fair use might apply on YouTube. Imagine you're creating a video review of a new video game. You could use short clips of gameplay footage to illustrate your points about the game's graphics, mechanics, or story. This use would likely be considered fair use because, 1, it's transformative. You're using the footage to create a new work of criticism and review. 2, you're using a limited amount of the copyrighted footage. 3, your use is unlikely to harm the game developer's market for the game. In fact, your review might even boost sales by generating interest in the game. While fair use provides some flexibility in using copyrighted material, it's not always the clearest path for creators seeking to use and share content legally. Enter Creative Commons, a non-profit organization that provides a more straightforward and flexible approach to copyright. Creative Commons, or CC, offers a range of licenses that allow creators to grant others permission to use their work in advance, under certain conditions. Think of Creative Commons as a bridge between traditional copyright, which often restricts the use of creative works, and the public domain, where works are free for anyone to use. CC licenses empower creators to retain copyright while also encouraging the legal sharing and reuse of their work. Creators can choose the specific CC license that best suits their preferences, granting others permission to use their work while setting certain parameters. Navigating the Creative Commons landscape. Types of licenses. Creative Commons offers a spectrum of licenses, each with its own set of conditions. These licenses are built upon a modular system, allowing creators to mix and match conditions to create the perfect license for their work. Let's break down the most common CC licenses and their implications. Attribution, or CC BY. This is the most accommodating license, allowing others to distribute, remix, adapt, and build upon the work, even commercially, as long as they give appropriate credit to the original creator. Attribution Share Alike, or CC BY say. Similar to CC BY, this license also requires attribution. However, any derivative works created must be licensed under the same CC BY SA license, ensuring that the original creator's generosity in sharing their work is passed on. Attribution Non-Commercial, or CC BY NC. This license allows others to remix, adapt, and build upon the work for non-commercial purposes only. Attribution to the original creator is still required. Attribution No Derivs, or CCC Binder. This license allows for the redistribution of the work, commercially and non-commercially, as long as it's shared in its entirety and without any modifications. Attribution is still mandatory. Attribution giving credit where credit is due. Attribution is a fundamental principle of Creative Commons. Regardless of the specific CC license chosen, anyone using a CC licensed work must give appropriate credit to the original creator. This means providing the creator's name, a link to the original work, and indicating if any changes were made. Proper attribution ensures that creators receive recognition for their work and helps users track the origins and potential modifications of CC licensed content. It's a simple yet crucial act that fosters a culture of respect and reciprocity within the Creative Commons. The non-commercial, or NC, condition in CC licenses restricts the use of the licensed work to non-commercial purposes. This means that the work cannot be used for any activity intended for or directly aimed at commercial advantage or monetary compensation. For example, you could use a CC by NC licensed song in a personal YouTube video or a non-profit educational project, but you couldn't use it in a commercial for your business or sell merchandise featuring the song without the creator's explicit permission. The no derivatives condition in Creative Commons licenses prohibits the creation of derivative works based on the original. This means you cannot modify, adapt, or transform the work in any way. For example, you could share a CC by ND licensed photograph on your website or social media, but you couldn't crop it, add filters to it, or use it as part of a larger collage without the creator's permission. This condition ensures that the original work is shared and enjoyed in its intended form, respecting the creator's artistic vision. The share-alike condition in Creative Commons licenses promotes a pay-it-forward approach to creativity. When you create a derivative work based on a CC by SA licensed work, you must license your new creation under the same CC by SA license. This ensures that the derivative work remains part of the Creative Commons, allowing others to build upon it and share it further under the same open terms. It fosters a collaborative and reciprocal ecosystem where creativity can flourish and be shared freely, while still respecting the original creator's rights. Seeking permission, the golden rule of copyright. In the realm of copyright, there's a golden rule that trumps all others. When in doubt, ask for permission. While fair use and Creative Commons offer pathways for using copyrighted material, obtaining explicit permission from the copyright holder is the most straightforward way to ensure you're on the right side of the law. Before using someone else's copyrighted material, reach out to them directly. Explain how you intend to use their work, the context of your project, and whether your use will be commercial or non-commercial. Be clear, concise, and respectful in your communication. While there's no guarantee they'll grant permission, seeking it demonstrates your respect for their rights and can help avoid potential misunderstandings or legal issues down the line. Despite your best efforts to comply with copyright law, there might be instances where you receive a copyright takedown request from a rights holder. This can be a concerning experience, but it's important to approach it calmly and professionally. A copyright takedown request, often issued under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, is a legal notice demanding the removal of infringing material from a website. If you receive a DMCA takedown request for your YouTube video, it means a copyright holder believes your video infringes upon their rights. YouTube employs a sophisticated system called Content ID to protect copyrighted material on its platform. This system automatically scans uploaded videos for matches with a vast database of copyrighted content provided by rights holders. If Content ID detects a match in your video, you'll be notified, and the copyright holder will have the option to take action. They might choose to track the video. They can monitor its views and potentially earn revenue from it. Monetize the video. They can place ads on your video and collect the revenue. Block the video. They can prevent your video from being viewed in certain countries or entirely. Mute the audio. They can mute the copyrighted portion of your video. Navigating copyright on YouTube can feel overwhelming, but thankfully the platform provides a wealth of resources to guide you. Familiarize yourself with these resources to ensure you're using copyrighted material responsibly. YouTube Copyright Center. This central hub offers comprehensive information about copyright, including explanations of fair use, Creative Commons, and Content ID. YouTube Copyright School. This interactive tutorial provides a fun and engaging way to learn about copyright basics and how to avoid infringement on YouTube. YouTube Audio Library. This library offers a vast collection of royalty-free music and sound effects that you can use in your videos without worrying about copyright issues. Creative Commons. Filtering on YouTube. You can filter your YouTube searches to find videos licensed under Creative Commons, making it easier to discover content you can legally use. Copy navigate the ever-changing world of copyright. Building a culture of respect, ethical content creation. Beyond simply adhering to the letter of the law, promoting a culture of respect for intellectual property is paramount in the YouTube community. Recognize and appreciate the effort and creativity that go into producing original content. When you value the work of others, you're more likely to make ethical decisions regarding its use. Encourage open communication and collaboration between creators. If you're inspired by someone's work, reach out to them, express your admiration, and explore possibilities for collaboration or cross-promotion. By fostering a culture of mutual respect and understanding, we can create a more vibrant and ethical YouTube community where creativity can thrive. Knowledge is power, protecting your creative journey. As we've explored throughout this journey through the world of copyright on YouTube, knowledge truly is power. Understanding the intricacies of copyright law, debunking common myths, and embracing ethical practices empowers you to navigate this digital landscape with confidence and integrity. Remember, the goal isn't to stifle creativity, but to foster a respectful and sustainable environment where creators' rights are protected and innovation can flourish. By integrating the principles of fair use, exploring the possibilities of Creative Commons, and always seeking permission when in doubt, you're not just protecting yourself from legal pitfalls, but you're actively contributing to a more responsible and vibrant YouTube community. Every time you attribute a Creative Commons licensed work, reach out to a creator for permission, or make a conscious effort to understand the nuances of fair use, you're playing a vital role in shaping a fairer and more equitable creative landscape. The future of YouTube hinges on the collective commitment of creators to uphold ethical content creation practices. Imagine a YouTube where creators are empowered to share their unique voices, collaborate openly, and build upon each other's work, all while respecting the intellectual property rights that underpin this creative ecosystem. This vision is not a distant utopia, but an attainable reality if we prioritize respect, collaboration, and a shared understanding of copyright. As YouTube continues to evolve as a platform, so too will the complexities of copyright in the digital age. New technologies, evolving legal precedents, and the ever-expanding realm of online content creation will undoubtedly present new challenges and opportunities. By staying informed, embracing ethical practices, and fostering a community of respect and collaboration, we can ensure that YouTube remains a vibrant platform for creativity, innovation, and the free exchange of ideas for generations to come. From consumption to creation, empowering the next generation. The beauty of YouTube lies in its ability to transform passive consumers into active creators. By equipping aspiring YouTubers with the knowledge and tools to navigate copyright effectively, we empower them to unleash their creativity, share their stories, and connect with a global audience. Educating young creators about copyright isn't just about legal compliance. It's about instilling a sense of responsibility, respect for the work of others, and a deep appreciation for the value of originality. When we foster a culture of copyright literacy, we create a ripple effect that extends far beyond the digital realm. We cultivate a generation that understands the importance of intellectual property, values creativity in all its forms, and is equipped to navigate the complexities of the digital age with integrity and responsibility. It's about empowering them to become not just consumers of content, but active contributors to the ever-evolving tapestry of human creativity. A call to action, shaping a brighter digital future. As we conclude this exploration of copyright and YouTube, let's shift from understanding to action. Let's commit to integrating these principles into our creative endeavors, advocating for a more ethical and sustainable YouTube community. Let's be the ones who champion copyright literacy, who inspire others to create responsibly, and who contribute to a digital landscape where creativity can flourish without boundaries. The power to shape a brighter digital future lies within each of us. By embracing ethical content creation, respecting the rights of fellow creators, and fostering a collaborative spirit, we can ensure that YouTube remains a vibrant platform for innovation, expression, and the boundless potential of human creativity. Let's continue to learn, to create, and to inspire together, building a YouTube community that celebrates originality, respects intellectual property, and paves the way for a more equitable and creatively fulfilling digital future.